Full text one more to the end. Smoke must produce high-quality products. The great story starts now. I always thought my girlfriend was the purest little white rabbit. I didn't expect it to be a contrast bitch. He actually filmed his brother in the toilet in the middle of the night, twisting around in a sexy maid costume, whispering to the master with a clipped tone, "Come and tell the slave family." However, cuckolding me is not enough. He wants me to pay his brother 500,000 dowry. Otherwise, don't get married. I have 10,000 grass mud horses galloping by. Wedding noise. A dog man and a woman. Get ready for the storm. I drank too much at night, half asleep, thirsty to death. Get out of bed and get some water. It turned out that the girlfriend was not there. I rubbed my aching head out the bedroom door, found the bathroom light on. I thought it must be my girlfriend in there. Didn't care too much. I was just about to pick up the water. The glass door of the toilet partition slammed, and I look around. Girlfriend's two round shadows cling to the glass door, still twisting up and down. This frosted glass door. You can't see clearly at a slight distance, but once you get close, the outline is easily visible. Girlfriend actually wore a maid outfit today. When does she buy it? Why would she buy something like that? Usually when I swipe videos. Occasionally a few sexy and beautiful women jump out. She would pinch my face and say disgusting. Why is my blood gradually boiling today? I thought it was a little surprise she prepared for me, and just as I was about to dash in and enjoy it, the sound of my girlfriend whining appeared. "Master, come and tell the slave family." And I was stunned, but it wasn't the most explosive. After girlfriend's voice, in the bathroom, there was an excited sound of gasping for breath. "I'm fine like smoke. Bastard." I stood there with my eyes wide open. I haven't come back to my senses for a long time. The water glass was crunched by me, sitting up in shock while dying. The green hat is actually me. This Rian is not a pure girl at all, but a complete contrast bitch. I never thought of it either. The object of his affair was actually his brother. The sound of his brother Jabota being shelled and dying. Very recognizable. Rian is the descendant family. After the 18-year-old mother passed away, his father married another stepmother. Jabota was brought, formerly surnamed Jiang. As far as I know, they have lived together for at least 3 years. My head is about to explode. Could it be that Rian was also ridden by his brothers for 3 years? Grass is disgusting. Smokey cuckold sleeping soundly? He didn't notice you were tossing around like this. No, he had a few drinks in the evening. Sleep like a pig. I gave him a mouthful when I snuck out. He didn't even notice. I thought I was kissing him. Ha, this idiot is like smoke. I really like the state of affairs. Promise me you will marry him. This man is gullible. We can maintain this relationship forever. Good match, master. When will the master serve the slave family next time? Ouch, baby, don't do this. I can't take it anymore. Tomorrow you come back with this cuckold. I'm going to hit you hard in the next room. It's exciting to think about. I was blown apart by the conversation between these two scumbags. How can people be so shameless and perverted, even if there is no blood relationship? But I'm not dead, am I? Treat me like air? Rian, I have misjudged you. I was furious. I can't wait to rush in now, beating Rian, then publish their broken shoe scandal. But I don't know why. I suddenly calmed down again. Think carefully. That won't work. They are too cheap. I seem to have heard Rian say that Jabota gang talked to a girlfriend. The girl is beautiful, charming. The key is that the family has money. His parents take this marriage very seriously. I clench my fists lightly. The corners of the mouth rise slightly. Cold eyes. A dog man and woman. Prepare for the storm. No revenge back. I swear not to be human. I went back to bed. After Rian entered the house, she leaned over and gave me a sneak look. See me, no reaction. Quickly take off the maid costume. Put it in a waist bag. Honey, what have you been doing? I pretended to be confused and asked. Rian obviously trembled. Stomach upset in the middle of the night. Went to the bathroom. Husband, how are you feeling? Fortunately, my head hurts a little bit. By the way, let me tell you something. I got out of bed. In the dim light, Rian still had a mocking expression on her face. He noticed a look in my eyes. He quickly touched his face. It's a little hot. Husband, what do you want to tell me? Ha, nothing. I've been in a hurry at home recently, so I want to go to your house. Talk to your parents about getting married. Tomorrow? Rian seems very excited. I smiled and nodded. Yes, tomorrow. I can't wait anymore. Good husband. Listen to your Rian lie down and sleep together, but kept turning back and forth, like tossing and turning, and the legs keep rubbing together. This bitch can't wait. The next day, I made a very selective purchase. He took Rian to his hometown. His hometown is in the countryside. Simple folk customs. Almost all honest farmers. But not his stepmother. His stepmother seems to be from some big city. Just the clothes are out of place in the countryside. That's not edgy. Ask a woman in her 50s. Makeup all day. Wearing large suspenders in a rural field. Can you imagine the shock? That's right, it's spicy. Ugly and spicy. And also very tricky. I remember the first time I went to his house. Obviously, and secretly disliked me for buying less things. And they forced me to pay an extra $500. My future husband-in-law is honest. Half a pole can't make a fart. Basically just letting this woman do whatever she wants. Lou Zeke is here. Just in time. Your uncle went to the orchard to pick fruit. You put things down quickly. Go and help. I just came in. I didn't even have time to drink. Lou Ruyan's stepmother came over, with her bloated waist twisted. The big hand ordered the work with one finger. Didn't give me a chance to speak. Hands on to call his son over. Boda, put these things away. Put it in the box. Take it when you visit your girlfriend's house another day. Don't leave it outside, in case it hasn't been warmed up just now. It was taken apart and eaten. Ruyan Lou's stepmother had something to say. I know he's talking about me. Last time I came, I bought a box of high-end drinks. Lunch because I can't drink alcohol. My father-in-law suggested taking it apart and drinking it. That's how it happened. But you as a hostess don't know how to entertain your future son-in-law. Take my stuff. Forget it if you don't thank me. And in front of me, I want to give it to your future daughter-in-law. So towards your son, right? I pretended to help Jabalda with something. Tell him when you get to the wing. Uncle has good chi and blood. Jabalda laughed. She glanced at Ruyan Lou outside the wing. As long as the mood is happy, chi and blood are naturally good. I laugh with you. Took a blue box out of his pocket. Mysteriously stuffed it to Jabalda. Uncle, this is something I specially prepared for you. Jabalda curiously wants to take it apart. I stopped him. Whispered to him. I heard that my uncle recently had a girlfriend. This is a lever to increase combat effectiveness. Don't make trouble, brother-in-law. I am strong. Still need this thing and the effect is different. Just wipe it before using it and you'll know. I had a bad laugh. Unexpectedly. Jabalda showed a smile that was more excited than mine, and he nodded his head thoughtfully. Brother-in-law, haha. Then I can't live up to your kindness. I will try ASAP. It should be. Who called you my uncle? I won't tell him. That thing was specially configured for him by me. Pearl cotton is added to the wipes. How are you, dawdling? They said your uncle went to the orchard. I want to be someone else's future son-in-law. Nothing at all. Lou Ruyan's stepmother has been delayed since she saw me. Pointing into the wing. It almost pulled me out. After pulling me to the door, he also ordered to buy something to eat when he came back. I want to eat big elbows. Buy 2 more caddies of crayfish. 2 caddies of crabs. I'll buy you a chicken. Do you eat? What are you talking about? The old woman's eyes are wide open. I laughed yes. I said buy you a chicken. Do you eat? If you don't eat it, the old woman threw her foot in anger. And I nodded my head, pulled Lou Ruyan and left together. Ruyan Lou really didn't want to leave, but I wasn't there. A good show must never be staged. You have to take away anything you say. Then we and my future husband-in-law came back at noon. I bought him what the old woman wanted to eat, but I put a little laxative in it. I made an excuse to use the toilet. Ruyan Lou brought food into the house. Some of you might know that. Bathrooms and toilets in rural old houses are shared. The water goes straight down the toilet. Ruyan Lou's home is like this. And it's not solar either. It's one of those humble black hot water bottles. I quickly took it out of my pocket. Take out 2 packs of coarse salt that have been prepared. Pour in the heat. Pearl cotton in the water bag. There are many sharp objects invisible to the naked eye. Can pierce the skin. Cause allergic itching. Once hit, it must be relieved by taking a shower. Salt water has the effect of disinfection and sterilization. And I thought, well, I'm kind of weird. Don't look at my future husband-in-law, just came back from farming. But just like the donkey of the production team, start cooking right away. I don't have any free time. Sister Sichin, come here. Let me tell you something. Jabalda can't hold his head. Into the house. She waved her hand at Ruyan Lou. Lou Ruyan actually pretended to be reserved. What's the matter, oops? You'll know when you come. Then mysterious. Just say no. Ruyan Lou complained. The body involuntarily got into the hole with the chicken boda. It's really zhuang, are you Ann? I rubbed my palms proudly, waiting for the good show to happen. Then the old woman came over, carried a bottle of mineral water. It was casually placed on the Kong. Lou Zeke wants to talk to you. She sat on the Kong edge, crossed Erlang's legs. I started eating crayfish. The smell of crayfish. I thumped. Do you think this old woman's mouth is so easy to use? Could it be that he ate it out? This crayfish tastes so good. Where did you get it? Lao Li supermarket. I sighed to myself. The old woman nodded. No more. Then asked me if you have any plans to marry String. This sentence made me hesitate for a moment. Old women don't care about these things easily. After all, Ruyan Lou was not his biological daughter. now suddenly asked. I'm sure there's nothing good to hold back. Well, I have this plan. The old woman nodded. I'll just tell you some things. Marriage can, but we have the 500,000. I was slightly taken aback. Shit, forget whether your stepmother has a right to speak. Even if there is Lu Ruyan, all the parts of her body are sold. Is it worth 500,000? Curious to ask him. As far as I know, the bride price here is 100,000. Don't care how much it is here. I have another son. I think about more things than you do. Your uncle recently had a girlfriend. Girlfriend has money at home. People kill. Open your mouth and 500,000 dowry. You should also know the situation in our family. How can there be so much money? So you have to give the money. Of course, although the woman's family has money, I may not return this 500,000 to you after marriage. After all, your father-in-law and I also have to retire. Good guy. I just found out that he asked for money for his son. 500,000 wish, why not go to the temple? You don't have to say that. Of course. I don't want to marry Ruyan Lu. Just play with him. So I asked again. My uncle is not a decoration either. Why do we have to pay for retirement? Don't ask these useless. Take money if you want to get married. It's okay if you don't want to. Some people are thinking about. What about the affair? The old woman rolled her eyes at me. You've thought about it. If in the future Boda becomes his girlfriend, that's a big family. You have plenty of opportunities to build relationships. And it gets louder and louder, as if he was going to marry into a wealthy family. The 8 characters haven't been written yet. Just started packing. I mock you and your son in my heart. If you can succeed, I wash my hair upside down. What do you mean by not talking now? I take it as default. Or give up voluntarily. See me have been silent. Lu Ruyan's stepmother obviously couldn't sit still. I thought you had to give your son. Do you have an opening time with Jingyu? Sir, I'm just joking with you to waste time. I'm thinking about it. I turned my head and glanced at the opposite room. Here's the thing. I think it's better to ask for personal advice. There are some things I really shouldn't say directly, but now that it has arrived, when talking about marriage, I think you should also pay attention to your status. Stepmother after all, that's the stepson, right? What do you mean? Ruyan Lu's stepmother stood up with a white face. I quickly smiled to reassure you not to get excited. Sichin must have talked to you about the situation at my house. No money. This 500,000 bride price if he agrees. Of course, I'll find a way to give it. It's just that the famine will come later. I don't know if he's willing to take it. Ruyan Lu. His stepmother seems to be pinching Lu Ruyan to death, yelling at the top of my voice in Westinghouse. More arrogant than my own mother. See, Lu Ruyan didn't come out. He went straight to the door, twist the doorknob to get in. It turned out to be locked. Dong dong dong, what are you two doing in there? The door was soon opened. Ruyan Lu's face turned pale, like being scared. At this time, I quickly explained. The door is not locked. It seems that there's a problem with the lock. I wasn't paying attention to him. I couldn't wait to put it all in Jibota's place. At this time, Jibota's face was as red as if he was allergic. Still scratching him. It must have been accidentally touched again when scratching. Face spread. I laughed and went up to Care. Uncle, what's wrong with your face? Jibota looked at me with resentment and gambling in his eyes. But he wouldn't say he used my wipes. I can only pretend to be calm and rub my face. It's okay. It suddenly itches a little bit. Ha! Is it light and oxygen? The idea just passed. Jibota made an excuse to run away from him. I think I want to take a shower. I just stopped him. Can't let him go now. The damn laxatives aren't working yet. I see these two people who have no bottom line. Can we go one step further? A shower, a squat pit, jointly. Hee uncle, you can't leave yet. What else do you have to do? Jibota's expression was stiff, like it's ready to go off at any moment. My aunt just said, want us to. Let's talk about the bride price. Just talk. Jibota rubbed his leg and was about to run away. No, you can't talk when you're gone. I grabbed his arm. He wouldn't let him go. Jibota was blown apart by me. She threw my hand away in anger, ran into the bathroom like a 100-meter sprint. I underestimated his resolve, but Jibota didn't go in for a while. A scream came out. Sterilization begins. Jibota's mother was so frightened by the sound that she wanted to go in and take a look, but she was stopped by Ruyan Lu again. Mom is okay. My brother is. Allergic skin. Nothing serious. Ruyan Lu definitely didn't want his stepmother. Saw his brother G's fruit body. Otherwise, won't it be exposed? Little do you know, his move will cause him big trouble. The old woman looked at Ruyan Lu's body. String, it's time for you to talk about getting married. Your brother also has a girlfriend. It's okay to fight together before. Pay attention in the future. After all, you are not related by blood. If you are misunderstood, jumping into the Yellow River can't wash it well. And your future sister-in-law has a very conservative family. I don't want it to be because of you. What rumors have emerged about your brother's marriage? Ruyan Lu. His stepmother is single-minded for her son. forcibly gave Rui and Lu an ideological education class. I guess I'm starting to suspect. Rui and Lu felt very guilty, but because I'm there, he was acting cute. Blame his stepmother for talking nonsense. But how does it look like a joke? If this kind of thing is really wrong, let a normal woman yell. After Tai fakes education Lu Ruyan, his stepmother can't wait. Starting negotiations, 500,000 bride price. I specially observed Rui and Lu's expression. Calm and natural. Don't care. It seems to be in love to the bone. Maximum strength. Are you ready to take advantage of me? Fortunately, brother is as calm as water. Don't say 500,000 now. Is 1 million. I can also listen to you two make a wish without looking surprised. At the same time, I'm praying myself. Let's get this old woman's play going. Can't wait to see the play. Amen Amitba. Just finished praying. Rui and Lu's stepmother suddenly froze for a moment. Lips tightly pursed. Dazed eyes. It's like feeling the changes in your stomach. Then the corners of his mouth twitched after a while. Hold the anti-inflammatory and move to the side. Went out the door with my legs between my legs. Rui and Lu hurried over to help. Definitely a super good whore. Mom, what's wrong? This is your belly. Stomach ache. That lobster is not fresh. To the toilet door. Jabota hasn't come out yet. I'm so anxious that I want to scream, but I don't dare to scream loudly. Whispering at Boda. You hurry up. Clatter, clatter, clatter. The sound of water flowing. Suppress his appeal. At the same time, the sound seems to make him more unable to bear it. In a hurry to circle back and forth in place. In fact, if it were a normal person, this time, I would definitely go next door to borrow it without thinking. But this old woman is not welcome everywhere she goes. Forget about borrowing the toilet. I'm afraid it's in the wild. You will also be smashed with Tukla, except, of course, old men with other ideas. Lu Ruyan can't go on like this. Shout into the toilet quickly. But Jabota probably hasn't done it yet. I shouted for 5 minutes. He just came out wrapped in clothes. Old women are like runaway horses. Shake off Lu Ruyan's hand. Flush down the toilet like crazy. After 10 minutes, something happened. But the first time I went to change my clothes. That goes without saying. I rather regret it. If you had expected it to come to this, should wipe his fat man with wipes. Let your dreams wake you up all day long. This lunch was unusually heavy. No one dares to eat crayfish, but they dare to eat crabs and elbows. Crabs have a lot of shells. Crab medicine shouldn't be that powerful, but I can't guarantee the elbow. My father-in-law lived a serious life, reluctant to eat, almost all eaten by Jabota and his mother. So, I guess I have to rob the toilet again in the afternoon. On the way back, Rui and Lu, and I didn't say a word, arrive home, or Lu Ruyan couldn't help but ask me tentatively, "Husband, this 500,000 bride price can be given, but I have no money." And I answered very quickly. Rui and Lu's joy cannot be hidden. He took my arm with admiration. Look up into my eyes. "Husband, I knew you loved me the most. What if that's the case? Why don't we just sell your parents' house?" Selling the house made my eyes widen. I didn't expect it. Rui and Lu is still thinking about my parents' house. He really is incurable. That's their old couple's nursing home. Where do they live after they sell the house? Don't you still have a house in your rural hometown? Just go back and live. Are my parents also in the countryside? Are you kidding? My house in the countryside has not been lived in for more than 10 years. It's become a dangerous house. How to live? My face changed a little. Rui and Lu's tone also moved slightly. So you don't just want to move your mouth, do you? As sick as I look at this woman now. But I especially want to know where her bottom line is. So he asked Rui and Lu, "Is that your stepmother?" "Jabota is your brother G. Why do you care about their stepmothers?" "Brother G. They're very nice to me." I seemed to have touched Rui and Lu's inverse scale. His voice suddenly became much higher, and I gnawed my head. "You are a good word. Let us take on 500,000 foreign debt, or it displays my parents. You can put it this way. Anyway, I've made my words very clear. If you don't pay this money, let's not have our wedding." Rui and Lu's father slammed the door and left. We lived together for many years. He ran away from home for the first time. I watched him from the window. After discovering that Lu Ruyan left the community, immediately got into a taxi. See, it didn't work at noon. Can't hold it anymore. The master goes to a 345 chain hotel. How would he know? I put a bug in his backpack. I tried calling Rui and Lu. Rui and Lu hung up and called again. It was already turned off. I immediately went to a small website. Here are some alternative live broadcasts. I found a blogger who specializes in pranks. Nicknamed Crazy. He's from our city. The style is very unique. Thousands of people watch the live stream every day. I swiped $1,000 without saying a word. When he called Lao Tai, I gave him a task. Ask him to help me get to the hotel. The word rape comes out. Bullet comments just exploded. Crazy. What are you waiting for? Right in your city. Why don't you go now? Yeah, crazy. If it does go, I guarantee that your live stream will be on fire. Stop the ink. To share fast action. The madman hesitated at first, but was quickly influenced by bullet comments and the temptation of me to add extra money. Agreed, and immediately set off for the target hotel. At the same time, there's a sound coming from my bug. It's Jabota's bastard. There's something wrong with the wipes that bastard gave me. The water we use for bathing is also salted. And food. My mother has diarrhea at noon. In the afternoon, the two of us had diarrhea together. It can't be a coincidence. Our business. Did the cuckoo find out? Ruyan Lu was silent for a long time, said in a hesitant tone, "Listen to you. It's possible. He used to obey me. But you had a big fight with me tonight. Brother Boda. If he had really found out, will you marry me? Stop making trouble like Smoke. We are not related by blood, but if it gets out, you'll be laughed at. What's so funny? I love you, you love me. Isn't that enough?" Ruyan Lu seems unhappy. Listen to his tone. I realize this woman wasn't just for the thrill. The person I love in my heart is also Jabota. But Jabota was different. He and his mother both have big dreams of stepping into a wealthy family. Ruyan Lu is a plaything. Isn't this contradiction coming? I think for a moment. I didn't immediately task the live streaming host lunatic. Let him rush into the room and tuck the girl in first. Try to favor. I'm going to make Jabota suspicious. Make him suspect that all this was arranged by Ruyan Lu, just to stop his marriage from happening. Ruyan Lu Ruyan. Next, I will let you taste the taste of heartache death. Like Smoke. Don't go back tonight. Let's see what he says tomorrow. We'll discuss what to do then. Ruyan, have you brought your maid outfit? No, but I did it for you. Bought a pair of sexy lingerie on the way. Put it on quickly. The intense battle between the two began. The sound is unpleasant. I'm looking at the screen anxiously. Fortunately, this lunatic didn't arrive slowly. I quickly told him the room number I had eavesdropped on. Don't be too smooth after the madman is done tricking. Tell the cleaning lady who cleans the floor. I forgot my key card. Immediately pulled Annie to the 302 door. I haven't waited for my aunt to respond yet. She swiped the card and kicked the door. In one go, a scream was heard immediately. A man and a woman are naked. The man panicked. Roll from top to side. Crazy fast. I haven't waited for Jabota and Lu Ruyan yet. Keep reacting. A lunge rushed up. Cover Ruyan Lu with a quilt. Immediately after, and they put the camera on Jabota's face. What the hell are you doing? Jabota is furious. Panicked. The madman pulls the camera. Gave him a close-up. Bullet comments start to dominate the screen. Ha ha ha, awesome. I saw it all. This woman is in good shape. I'm not interested in shooting women. What quilt does the girl cover? Take her quilt away. Hurry up. Madmen don't like to fight. After filming it all, it slipped away with a stuffy head. I'm going to record and save all of this. Now hold the evidence. It's okay to kill them. I don't know Lu Ruyan's stepmother. When you learn of your precious son, when the soft rice basin was destroyed by a prostitute, what's your reaction? Again, how will Jabota feel about today's events? Huh? What's going on? Who are they? Jabota's panicked voice appeared again. How do I know who they are? Can't hear it. Ruyan Lu was also very flustered. A crisp sound came out. Jabota roar. About coming to the hotel. I know of a third person besides you. The voice paused for a moment. Then came Ruyan Lu sobbing. You hit me, I'll hit you. A noisy beating and screams followed. After 5 minutes, Jabota panted heavily and threatened Lu Ruyan. I warn you, don't ruin my life event. I'm just playing with you. To stimulate. That was all. No matter who you were who just rushed in. If today's events come to light, I ripped your skin off. Ruyan Lu ran away crying. I cried all the way in a taxi. Returned home in the middle of the night. The first thing I do when I get home is run into the bedroom. Fell into my arms. Husband, I've thought it through. Don't give our money to anyone. I don't want to be that Jabota. Double bride. I stared. Round arms. He slapped his still red face. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I used to not hit women, but this slap is cool. Ruyan Lu was blinded by me, looking at me with tears and shock and fear. Husband, what are you doing? I kicked him under the bed. Ruyan Lu, you are really good. Forcing me to 500,000. I'm going to sell my parents' house. As a result, I refused. Run away from home in the middle of the night. Just run away. Don't answer the phone. Turn off your phone. Now running back crying. It's like a big enlightenment. I treat you like a baby. You played me for a fool. Ruyan Lu suddenly felt guilty. He probably suspected that I knew about the hotel. Crawled over with remorse. Husband, forgive me. Please forgive me. I won't let him know about it. After all, Jabota's marriage is not over yet. Lu Ruyan's tragedy has just begun. Looking at Lu Ruyan crying with pear blossoms and rain, I pretended I couldn't bear to close my eyes. I let him fall into my arms. Sichin, don't be so willful in the future, okay? Ruyan Lu's body straightened up. Yeah, I promise. Never again. His voice is weak, and she burst into tears. Look what it's like to be hurt by Jabota. 2 days later, my chance came. Lu Ruyan received a call from her family. Said it was Jabota's girlfriend. Come to the house to talk about marriage. Let's go back for dinner. I will never forget it. Ruyan Lu saw Jabota's girlfriend. The expression at that moment. Low self-esteem and lack of confidence. It can't be hidden. His girlfriend is really nice, graceful, noble temperament. The first time I came, I got a gift of thousands of dollars. But Lu Ruyan's stepmother was so happy. A groveling hello without saying. And in the kitchen for the first time ever. She really wants to show me. But also because I haven't cooked much. Fear of poor hospitality. So they ordered me to make some specialties. How could I get used to him? Just sit on the Kong and eat melon seeds. The old woman's nose is almost crooked when she sees this. Just about to pinch me a little bit. Ruyan Lu stood in front of him with a bad look on her face. What to say in the next second? Put me in the room with you. Jabota, who was bragging with his girlfriend, was stunned. Aunt Lu Ziki is also a guest, not a maid. The mother who had been calling for several years suddenly changed her name. That's nice. It meant that Ruyan Lu was already angry. Do it blatantly. It must be for the gas season Bota. Jabota really panicked. Smiled with his girlfriend. She dragged Ruyan Lu outside. The bug on the silly woman, Ruyan Lu. She never found out. This also gave me further avenues to eat melons. Jibo whispered like smoke. Stop making trouble, okay? What's wrong with me? Should I call her aunt? Oops. It was all my fault that night. I misunderstood you. Like smoke, I promise you. After I get married, I will still love you as I used to, okay? Is what you said true? I lost the 3 views. So far, Lu Ruyan. He still fantasizes about maintaining an underground relationship with his stepbrother. Is this a love brain or a pure bad pen? I was just shocked. Now Ruyan Lu, let alone his stepbrother. Even if you look at afar with multiple people at the same time, I don't care. After Lu Ruyan received a verbal promise, coming home is like a different person. He also took the initiative to help his stepmother cook. His stepmother's bewildered eyes at that time. I want to laugh. After dinner, the family sat together in such a confused manner. I have to. What a big lunch today. I have been with Lu Ruyan for several years. Been here many times. I haven't even eaten a peppermeat. Today is the day. While eating, the old woman mentioned it intentionally or unintentionally. The bride price thing. Jabota's girlfriend. He glanced at Jabota with admiration. Speaking of uncles and aunts. The last time my parents said 500,000 bride price was actually angry. They have now agreed not to accept the bride price. No bride price. Whoops, that's great. The old woman was overjoyed. But then he glanced at me, sarcastic to say, your family has money. People like us with no money. Receiving a bride price can give a girl a guarantee. Lu Ziki, did you say that the painting style was transferred to me? I smiled and nodded. Asked the aunt, how much dowry are you going to ask for? The old woman didn't expect me to dare to ask. Not at this point. No. I just asked about you and Sichin. We'll talk about it alone later. Don't be later. It's okay to say now. Let me be mentally prepared. I was aggressive. The old woman's face changed. Just press the price here. 100,000, you satisfied? What old woman thought she was hiding? I didn't expect my answer to be so decisive. You don't even have 100,000. I didn't lie to you. I really didn't. One is that I'm not very promising. Make less money. Second, when I come to your house, I have to buy a lot of food. Didn't save a penny. Old woman Jaberta, Ruyan Lu, and the others' expressions suddenly changed. Can hear what I mean. I also heard that I was complaining on purpose. Lu Ruyan quickly comforted my husband. We'll talk about it later. I shook his hand away and you confessed to me. Why are you still moving toward Jabota? Hearing this, Jabota's face instantly turned pale. She looked at Ruyan Lu with a vicious gaze. Lu Ruyan doesn't know why, embarrassed, and don't know what to do. I suddenly laughed. Ha! Don't worry. I think the atmosphere today is too stiff. So mediate. Sister-in-law Bota is very nice. Home is also nice. I tell you as a past person, you can pay, right? Ruyan Lu smiled and nodded in amnesty. Yes, sister-in-law. Eat now. Jabota's girlfriend. Because I have never touched this home. Plus simplicity. I guess I didn't see anything. After eating, offer to hold an engagement party in half a month. Ruyan Lu and her family are of course very willing. I would also like to. I didn't pierce them directly just now. It's all because today's occasion is so small. How can I be worthy of this pair of dogs and men? What about vigorous love? After going home, Lu Ruyan is bitter again. Did some ideological education for me. It probably means don't blame his stepmother's previous style. It would be nice to lower the dowry. I really want to ask him, what do you mean come down? Generally 100,000. You still think it's a favor? I didn't drill this horn tip after all. Silently planned the engagement party half a month later. Time flies. Half a month later, Jibota's engagement party arrived as promised. His girlfriend has pomp at home. We chose a 5-star hotel. It should be some big people there. All personable. Rich face. The old woman has come long ago. I'm wearing an evening dress today. It still looks like that from a distance. But take a closer look. Good guy is like a peacock with chicken feathers. Pure and pure look. Human temperament cannot be imitated. Forcing yourself to pretend can only make you unable to get off the stage. But the old woman didn't seem to care at all, talking and laughing with a strange old man with a wine glass. I don't care at all about the old man's disdainful gaze. That's when I realized my father-in-law wasn't here. I only found out after inquiring with Lu Ruyan. The old woman is afraid that my father-in-law will be ashamed. I didn't let Juzi Lu Ruyan go to help. I was busy, so I ran backstage and found fourth aunt, and she handed him the flash drive that she had already prepared. And tell him, this is a testament to the love between the groom-to-be and the bride-to-be. It was collected by a girl named Ruyan Lu. Mr. Master of Ceremonies gives me a meaningful thumbs up. To praise rich people is to understand romance. I don't know if the waves are romantic or not. I knew waves. 11:40 noon. The engagement ceremony began on time. The Master of Ceremonies goes through the whole process. When exchanging engagement rings, he said passionately that love is the harbor of happiness. Love is a collection of various romances. I was fortunate to have received a gift from Miss Ruyan Lu, the love moment of two prospective newcomers. So let's enjoy this. Jibota's ring-wearing hand trembled all of a sudden. The ring fell to the ground. Don't let him rush over to stop the Master of Ceremonies. However, the Master of Ceremonies' hand has already been pushed down. Tricky live streaming host. Crazy. The footage taken that day is directly presented. The scene suddenly sighed. Part of the focus was on Jibota. The other part focuses on Lu Ruyan. Ruyan Lu was dumbfounded. Just find a crack in the ground and get in there. The smile on the old woman's face just now also suddenly disappeared. Stand up in a hurry and explain. Everyone listen to me. There must be some misunderstanding. They are brother and sister. Won't do such a thing. Siblings shave too much. The wonderful expressions of the guests cannot be hidden. On stage, Jibota was just about to marry the bride who walked in the door. Slap him in the face. Throw away the ring and leave. Jibota caught up in a panic. The old woman sees this. He went crazy and grabbed Ruyan Lu. Big mouth slap. You dead girl. Did I warn you? Stay away from Bota. Ruyan Lu's face was scratched like a blood gourd. He broke free from the beating of the old woman. He ran to me in anger. Lu Ziki. Did you do this? Congratulations. You got it. Unfortunately, there is no reward. Ruyan Lu, let's break up. Ha! I turned around proudly and left. When Lu Ruyan relentlessly caught up, I'm doing a 180-degree rotation. His mouth fell hard on his face. You have a reason to cheat. Think about what to do next. I moved that day. I blocked all the contact information of Lu Ruyan, but there's a lot of information out there. Out of curiosity, then I learned that not only did Jibota's marriage blow up, he was also beaten by the woman's family. Even tell him explicitly, let him not live in this city in the future. The woman's family does have the strength. Such an embarrassing thing happened in front of many upper-class people. Of course, they wouldn't let go of Tiberta easily. Tiberta is finished in the city. The weird one has to be Lu Ruyan. After learning that the marriage of a loved one has failed, he actually licked his face and went home to court. As a result, Jibota and his mother made a combined doubles. His father couldn't stop him. And finally, their mother and son stole the Lin family's only tens of thousands of dollars. Ran away. Lu Ruyan heartbroken report. After the two of them were caught, it seems that he's been squatting in it for a while, with a criminal record. Jibota is even more intolerable. Angrily beat Ruyan Lu into a cripple. Completely let go of myself and go to prison. The old woman lost her life. Expect to hang yourself. It's a pity that a dog man and a woman can't lock together in the end, but the ending is perfect.